Hey everyone, how's it going today? Welcome to the Roadmap, Benzinga's new NFT show. On the last few episodes, we've featured some great interviews. We had the teams behind the Vogue Collective, Robotos, the Doge Pound, On1 Force. We also did our first NFT giveaway on our last episode, something you definitely want to stick around for as more giveaways are coming in the future. So smash that like, subscribe to the channel, and stay tuned for more. Guys, this is the Roadmap. All right, everyone. Yeah, welcome back again to another exciting episode of the Roadmap. We've got an interview coming up later. We've got some headlines to talk, and we've got so much news going on out there in the NFT world. So without further ado, let me bring on my co-host, Maz. How are we doing, buddy?
What's going on, Chris? I'm doing well. How are you doing today?
Doing great. I mean, there's so much to talk about in NFT land, right? We could do a show every day. We could talk for hours. We actually did a Twitter Spaces yesterday. So for those of you out there, make sure you follow Maz and myself and Benzinga on Twitter. We're going to nail down a schedule, but you never know when a surprise NFT Twitter Spaces might come up and you hear from us there.
Oh, yeah. And those Twitter spaces are fun. You know, you never know who you're going to get on. It's just conversation that just goes everywhere. A lot of cool people on. So I've been having a lot of fun with those. So definitely tune into those.
Yeah, definitely. Well, Maz, what do you think? Should we start getting into some headlines out there and talk about what's trending for NFTs?
Oh, yeah. There's a lot of headlines. Let's go, Chris. Give it away. Let's start.
All right. So up first, we have UTA. This is United Talent Agency. They signed a deal with Larva Labs. So Larva Labs is the company that launched CryptoPunks, Meebits, and Autoglyphs, right? So some of the most popular NFT projects, they're going to work on branding and licensing for CryptoPunks. Now, this was a big topic on Twitter Spaces yesterday, Maz. There's kind of a back and forth, right? Some people are happy about this. Some people are upset. To me, I think they need to work out more details, right? What does this mean? Are they going to, license CryptoPunks from everyone? Are they going to pay fees to the owners? How is this going to work? And how could this help, monetize an already successful project? What do you think?
Absolutely. Yeah. And I've been in a lot of Twitter spaces since the news came out, and I've seen punk owners, go both directions. Some are like it, some don't like it. Some are curious to see what's going to happen. I think it's great for mainstream, adoption of NFTs. But yes, to see how this plays out will be very significant, because if this goes well, we'll probably see a lot of other projects maybe take that same route, or just see mainstream media combined with NFTs and just see where this goes. So it's going to be an interesting test to see what happens with this. Absolutely.
Definitely. Awesome. What do we got next, Matt?
So now On1 Force, right? One of the top hottest projects that came out, about 2 weeks ago. They collabed with Steve Aoki. So I am excited to see that. I saw the tweet where they, talked about what they're going to be doing with Steve Aoki, and just how holding their peace is going to also allow them to have, music releases from him and Trey Songz, I believe. So yeah. Did you hear about that, Chris?
I did. I mean, that image is awesome, right? The Steve Aoki Oni, he was an early investor in this project, right? When that got minted, you saw a lot of celebrities get involved, and they weren't really involved, prior to the mint, which I think, we talked about this, Maz, that it showed the strength of the artwork in the project, that these celebrities got involved after the mint. There it is on screen. I mean, check out that On1 Force for Steve Aoki. He also is becoming a huge NFT investor and collector, right, Maz? So I think that this is really important for the project to have someone who's going to collab with them going forward.
Absolutely. Yeah, that's exciting. And that's one thing that we talked about yesterday in the spaces, right? Which is, if you make a cool project, these celebs will find it. They're noticing the space. They're looking for these cool pieces. I think Oni's done a great job of that, where it's not just, they're paying for influencers, but influencers want to be a part of the project because it's so cool and the community is so big and awesome.
Definitely. And then we have World of Women, which is a project, that we've talked about a lot on this show.
Yep.
This is a successful project, right? That it really got the attention from, Gary Vee and some other investors when this thing was under zero point 0.1. And now it's just been increasing in value. And Art Chick on Twitter actually announced that they're going to do an airdrop. And this kind of came as a surprise to me, Mass, because this wasn't a huge project, and I didn't really follow the roadmap on this, and I had no idea that there was an airdrop coming. It looks like each woman that you own, you're going to get a world based on their skin tone. I think that's a nice touch, right? Part of the reason why this project's been successful is because it's a woman team, and it really, centers on women. I mean, you can see it right there on screen. So what do you think of this airdrop news? How much further can World of Women go?
Well, first of all, I'm a big fan of the work. I mean, I think you called that World of Women way before it was 1 ETH, right? Like a couple weeks ago, and they have taken off. I love what they stand for in the space. I do think we need more women-led projects. But besides that, the artwork is great. The community is great. Logan Paul, Gary Vee, a lot of influencers like these projects. They're holding on to these pieces. So this airdrop just validates, the project and the strength that it has.
Definitely. I'm really interested to see the artwork on these worlds and what that is all about.
Absolutely. And in other news too, we have DraftKings. They're running a contest where they're giving a CryptoPunk. If you, for as little as $25, if you participate in their fantasy football players league, you have a chance to win a CryptoPunk. So that's interesting to see how they're doing that. What do you think about that, Chris?
Yeah, Maz, I'm torn, right? Because I want to I want to own a punk, right?
Yeah.
So then it turns into, hey, am I willing to spend $25 in this, daily fantasy football contest to try to beat out, all these other people to win a CryptoPunk? So $25 to enter. 6,440 people can enter. So essentially, look at it as you've got a 1 in 6,440 chance for a CryptoPunk, for $25. I'm torn. I love fantasy football, so part of me just wants to enter and hope that, I can beat all these other people. But, again, the odds aren't great. But nice marketing move on DraftKings part here, with the NFT.
Absolutely. Yeah, again, that's the goal would be to win a punk. Obviously, we all want to win a punk, but yeah, just the marketing that they get from this alone is amazing. Anytime people buy punks, we're noticing. So a lot of these brands like Visa, what they're doing, it's great publicity. It's going to be interesting to see if they hold it as far as Visa's case, but CryptoPunks will be the DraftKings one. It'll be interesting to see who wins it and what happens after that, right? If they just sell it or if they continue to hold it. That's what I want to look for as well.
That's a great point, Maz. I mean, yeah, you enter a contest for $25, you win this CryptoPunk, valued at 6 figures. I mean, yeah, do you take the win and sell it, or do you hold it for the value increase? And again, what kind of players are we going to see? That's the other thing why I kind of want to play, because I think maybe I could be better at fantasy football than some people that maybe don't know sports as well that are entering the contest just to win the punk, right?
Exactly.
So, maybe you have some first timers entering that, maybe I can, outplay, but who knows? Because ultimately you're picking week 1 of the NFL season where, everything is to be determined. So, but we'll definitely keep that on watch. So a couple, smaller NFTs, but from big companies. So we just talked about DraftKings a little bit. They had a launch of Simone Biles NFTs, right? So the US gymnast, one of the most successful of all time. Maz, I actually was able to get one of those. It was the first
nice.
DraftKings NFT that I actually got. I tried to get, the Tom Brady ones, the Wayne Gretzky ones. I finally got one. So I got Simone Biles numbered to, I think, 2,500. Mine's number 32. So it's one of the lower numbers. So, we'll see what kind of value I have there. And then also Funko dropped big boy NFT packs and they sold out. I tried to get those, too many people in line, and I unfortunately did not end up with any of those. So, 2 big public companies also betting heavily on, growth of NFTs.
Exactly. Yeah, and myself, I haven't really messed with the DraftKings or the Funkos. How are gas with that? Like how is the process? Is it similar to other projects, or would you say
So
there's differences?
no gas with these. So it's more straight up. You're paying. So in the case of DraftKings, you're using whatever you have in your account. So like I have a sports betting account, and I
Uh-huh.
already had money in there, and it just came directly out of that. And with Funko, you can pay with a credit card or with a debit card. You know, if you were able to get those
Oh
packs.
wow.
So I think they're a little bit different, right? Because you're seeing a different target demographic. You don't have
Yeah.
to worry about gas. I think it's more catered to, maybe the early and beginner NFT collectors. So, but I was trying to get them because I also know that they, can be flipped pretty quick.
Yeah, absolutely. And that brings me to the next point here. NFTs on Solana are picking up. Have you bought any on any NFTs on any other platform besides Ethereum?
So I have bought Top Shot, which we're going to talk about next, which is on Flow, and then the DraftKings ones directly on their site. I have not ventured to Solana, but Maz, it's on my list of things to do,
Same.
right? To start getting into Solana NFTs, because let's face it, right? The fees are lower and they are exploding in popularity. And I don't want to be left behind, right? With that, I want to be everywhere if I can, right?
Yeah,
I mean, I don't necessarily have the capital to do that, but we're going to try anyways.
exactly. Yeah, it's gonna be interesting to see that. Absolutely.
All right, have you done any on Solana yet?
No, I'm gonna try again. I haven't ventured out because I've been so consumed by the Ethereum world, but I've seen a lot of projects already taking off on Solana, so it has my attention now. I'm gonna keep a closer eye. May test it out just to see what it feels like and what the process is like, but I'm not too heavy in there, so we'll see.
Awesome. And then our other big headline to talk about, I just kind of teased, right, was NBA Top Shot. So
Yeah.
they added WNBA packs recently, right? Women's basketball. And then there was a tweet out from their CEO, which had a basketball emoji, a football emoji, and a soccer ball emoji
Mm.
saying that there's growth to come. To me, I mean, unless if you're just straight up lying, I think that teases that they got more sports coming. And Mass, I think this could be important. A recent study I saw on Twitter said that 70% of people got their NFT start on NBA Top Shot. So could new sports being added to Top Shot, do you think we see an even bigger wave of people coming into NFTs?
Yeah, absolutely. I love that. I think that's really cool that they're doing that. Because, yeah, most people that, bet on sports or like to play fantasy sports, they like the whole gamification of things. I think they would love NFTs, right? But again, it's until they buy their first one till you see the process that you really realize, oh, this is cool. Most people, they just think you're buying JPEGs and that's it. But there's a whole process behind it. It makes you feel great. It's fun. Brings a child like, collectible in you. So I love it.
Definitely. All right. Well, that is it for headlines. We got some more projects to talk about. We're going to get to those later on the show. We're also going to share some projects I know that I've been watching and that Maz and I are going to mint at some point. So stay tuned, guys. Go ahead, smash that like if you have not subscribed to the
Yes.
channel. We're going to bring on our guest today. So joining us on today's show, we have young investor. I know him from the stock world, from the SPAC world. He's been on several other Benzinga shows. We also had him on our Twitter Spaces yesterday. Young
Yep.
investor who's been also investing in NFTs. So welcome to the
What is
roadmap, young investor. What's going on?
what's
Hey,
up, young
thanks
investor?
for having me on. Apologies for the screen and everything. I'm on holiday, so working with my phone right now.
No problem. Looks great. So, share with us, young investor, what is your background in NFTs? How long have you been in the space and what are some of the projects that you have invested in?
Yeah, so I've been in space, I say more silently with a few NFTs collecting. There's some cool ones which I found for about probably 3 or 4 months. Now, a few days ago, I'd say probably one week, 2 weeks ago, I started going heavy in the Secret Society of Wales. There's a giveaway coming up for the Bored Ape, one of the Bored Ape yacht clubs. Well, I think it was around 40, 70, so, a really expensive one. And the community wallet brought it for 25, so a bit of a bargain from them. So that we were able to give it away. Now, every month, the Secret Society of Wales gives a community choose what they want to give away with the options given, the amount they have in the community wallet at the time. So, the giveaway for the Bored Ape by Brandon Wells was selected to be able to win it. And then there was, I think, a 48-hour difference between drawing the winner. So I had this one, which actually won it. I decided to sell it for, I think it was around 21 on rarer side of the whales. So these ones under 1,000 rarity, one is 103 rarity. And it's valued around 20, 30 ETH. The guy wants, really cool. He's called Pinwolf. And he's told me it's going into his kids' trust funds. So congrats to him. But yeah, I'm really bullish on this project. They also give a lot to charity, which I really like. So we saw the Grey NFTs as well. They gave 50% to charity. So I'm quite big on NFT projects that do give money to charity. They recently gave some to a children's charity, I believe. They also gave one to Save the Whales. So a really confident project, in my opinion. Really like what these guys are doing, and also the whales themselves look really cool.
Love that, young investor. So tell us a little bit more. How did you get into, secret societies of whales? And yeah, what do you like about the project specifically? What drew your attention to it from the get-go?
Yeah. So, I put out a tweet the other day. What NFT projects should I be looking into? Some people sent me ones, the Secret Society of Whales. I thought instantly, these are super cool. The designs are phenomenal. Different ones in the rarity are phenomenal. There's such taking care of, each design. Each one's super unique. I've got some which, really look absolutely amazing. Can be more than happy for to change your Twitter profile to that. But, these are, in my opinion, as you can see here, like absolutely phenomenal. Some of them, obviously you've got your rarer ones, which look amazing, and you've got some lesser rarer ones, those who are around the floor. But, I think all of them have such great care, such great detail put into each other. So when I saw this, I looked into it. I joined the Discord. I've been talking about whales now for a bit, and I just really love the project and what the guys are doing.
Awesome. Yeah, that artwork looks sweet. So, let's back up. So you mentioned the Bored Ape giveaway, right? So they announced from the start, right? Secret Society of Whales. This is a project I saw. I didn't mint myself, but I saw that they were going to give away a Bored Ape. So tell us about this giveaway and how you ended up with a 1 in 5 chance of winning a Bored Ape. I'm sorry, I hate to bring it up, Zach, but we got to talk about it since we got you on.
Yeah. So, as after, everyone's told me about it, I looked into collection a bit, really liked what I saw. I think I brought 4 or 5 of them. And when I brought, I think it was 3 days before once, really lucky on my part. I am a big believer in, make your own luck. You've got to be there to be lucky, in my opinion. Whatever that may be through life. But yeah, super lucky. Super grateful for the guys. Amazing. The Pinwolf who brought it from me. 20, 30 ETH. I know $70,000, $100,000 more than I had the day before. So absolutely amazing.
Love that. So you took a huge gain and you calculated risk, right? So how did you weigh the pros and cons of, what you did with the winning of the ape? And I know a lot of these, NFTs are emotional, right? You get the picture, you actually, so how did you, realize and decide, hey, I'm going to take profits?
Yeah, well, number one, there's a 75% chance of me losing. You can't guarantee, even if I did keep it, I would have won. So, life's life, whatever may happen. But, it was a risk, 75% chance. At the end of the day, it came down to what would I be more upset by, keeping my whale and losing, or selling it and then somebody else winning, but I still got money. And it came down to, everything's on the side, taking some money out of this, huge money for somebody of my age. So, really, really nice NFTs, which I've got, some really rare ones, all of them look absolutely immaculate. And I brought one yesterday, I think it was 0.25. I just really love this collection and what the guys are doing. They look amazing. And also they're going to be doing like a second airdrop, like, Bored Ape did the Kennel Club of orcas. So there'll be a few drops, a few designs revealed later. But, this will be kind of their second collection to go alongside whales. Super good liquidity recently as well, worth to mention. I think when I joined it only a few days ago, it's probably around a week, it was probably 438, 450, in liquidity in Ethereum, and now it's over, I think, 500 now, whatever that may be. So, super good liquidity as well, very fluid collection, and the floor price has also over doubled in the last week or so.
So, young investors, so, they did this giveaway announcement, and, I believe it was the whale that you sold, that ended up being the one picked for the Bored Ape, right? And again, as Maz just asked you, you weighed out the pros and cons. You took a calculated risk. I still think, you did the right thing, right? Taking the profits. But, you know, how did you find out that that whale ended up winning? And do you have any regrets selling it and not holding it through the contest?
Yeah, interesting question. So, it's always inevitable. I'm going to know is, everyone's DMing me on Discord about it. But at the end, I don't have any regrets. I'm a big believer that, if I kept that whale, the way luck works out for me at the moment is, I probably would have lost, in my opinion, whatever that may be. But, I don't think you can really say what would happen if I kept it. So I've got no regrets. I've came off, $70,000 rich, money some people earn in 2 years, in 2 days, through complete luck. It's like an oddball, buying a lottery ticket, just with better odds. Instead of being in the millions, it's in the thousands. So, I don't have any regrets. I'm really happy with what I've got. Super grateful to the whole community.
I love that, man. And that's really awesome that you're able to do that. Again, considering how, emotional it can be with, you see these pictures, you want to own it. Having an ape is, prestige, but taking profits, I think, again, you did the right thing. So what is next now that you've made profits of NFTs? Are you investing in other NFTs? Are you, back in stocks, crypto, or how are you diversifying now that you are in the NFT world?
Yes, I've got 27 wells. I probably will sell, 2 to 3, just in the short term, take some profits. And also, I kind of want some money for myself. My bank account needs a bit of putting up right now some of the stuff I've got on subscriptions. So we'll put some more money on the bank account. But we'll take some profits, but I do intend to keep most of them. I do believe in the short term, NFTs for me, next 1 year, a bit everywhere. It does seem a bit like when you see a JPEG rock, sell for $3 million. It's not even that good. It doesn't even look that good, and it sells for $3 million. It is a bit crazy. I really do believe in this collection in the long run. I think this is one of the things which really does inspire FOMO. They look absolutely phenomenal. When you look at Alpha Trilogies, which is rarity number 1, it's absolutely insane. The designs for the rarest, are absolutely amazing. They're still detailed into the lowest. So really love what I see in this collection. Holding long term on this.
Awesome. So you won't be buying any rocks, it sounds like. But are there any other NFT projects, that you have your eye on? You've been looking around at the floor price, or maybe upcoming mints that you have your eye on and are willing to share and maybe build some more hype about?
Yeah. So, I'm obviously all in the wells. I'm going to be pretty much all in the wells at the moment. But I have one other collection I've really got my eye on. It's Saka Duck Pond. This is not something which I believe, is going to go up huge at the moment, unlike wells, which I do believe in. I think the designs on this collection are just really, really cool, especially what we can get for your money on it. I had one, really detailed. Maybe in a sec, if I quickly jumped off, I could send you a link to my collection. You could screen share it, because I don't think I can do it on my phone. But yeah, these look absolutely amazing. Some of these ducks, but all in really on the wells right now. But I'm looking to, let's say, get 5 to 8 ducks. In my collection, just they look absolutely amazing. That really is artwork. Digital, programmable. Artwork on the Ethereum blockchain, in my opinion.
Awesome. Love it.
I have 2 questions for you, young investor. So first question for the people watching, how old are you? And number 2 is, are any of your friends also into NFTs, or how is that working? Question.
Yeah. So I'm 13 years old. I turned 13 in March. So a bit to go to 14. But yeah, none of my friends are in NFTs or really stocks at all. So it's just me at the moment, the lone whale in the sea.
Do they know about it? What do they think?
Yeah, they I haven't actually told anyone yet. My latest money grab. They knew I had a Twitter. Some money in stocks. I think that was probably in total. Before all this, I probably hit a high actually recently before all this of $10,500. So that was all I had then. Obviously, it's substantially more now. But yeah, I haven't told anyone of my latest, big win, which I'm very grateful for, obviously.
I can see it now. They're all going to find out about the whale win. And, young investor, I have a feeling that you're going to be getting asked by your friends real soon about how can they get started in NFTs. I've talked to you before. I love the fact that you're starting early, right? You're such a smart kid. You do your research, right? That's what I love, with stocks. And now with NFTs, you don't just throw money around, right? You look at the project, you look at the stock, you do research, you find out, hey, is this going to be a good investment? What's my risk reward? So shout out to you, and, you know, shout out for coming on the roadmap today.
Yeah, thanks so much for having me on. You know, really appreciate it. You know, as I said, really grateful to the whole whale community. You know, for given this chance and being able to have that opportunity to be able to sell that, you know, such amount of money at my age.
Definitely. Maz, you got any more questions? If not, I think we're gonna, you know, let Young Investor go, and we'll have to bring him back on sometime, maybe when he gets into his next big project.
Absolutely. Yeah. Thanks for coming on, Young Investor. You know, make sure to follow him on Twitter. I just followed you yesterday and you put out some amazing content, and I look forward to you coming on.
There's the banner right there, guys. Yeah. Follow Young Investor on Twitter. You know, again, thanks for coming on the roadmap, and we look forward to talking to you soon.
Pleasure to come on as always.
Awesome. Well, guys, you just heard, you know, as Maz said, he asked him, right, 13 years old.
Wow.
This kid is invested in stocks. I mean, he owns Tesla stock. What were you doing when you were 13? I definitely wasn't buying, you know, a Tesla stock or a big name like that. And also, he now owns NFTs. And like I said, he's not just throwing around, you know, cash, like he said, at rocks, right? He's looking at projects that have strong communities and also the potential to, you know, gain and go up in value. So shout out to the Young Investor for joining us on the show. It looks like the chat enjoyed him as well. You know, smash that like for Young Investor coming on the roadmap today.
Absolutely. Yeah, man. And being 13 years old, you know, like probably none of his friends, they know about NFTs, but I do think in the future they will. And it's going to be interesting to see, you know, how you make new friendships. You know, are the cool cat, all the kids that own the cool cats, are they going to hang out together, or just, you know, things in common about the NFTs that you own will be interesting to see as they start scaling out more to the younger generation as well. So exciting to see.
Awesome. Well, Maz, we went through some of the headlines quick. Let's get into some of the deeper talk now about some of the projects we've been following. So up first, we have the Doge Pound, right? We had them on the show not too long ago, and that big question I asked, right, was when puppies? Well, puppies got unveiled yesterday. So if you owned a Doge Pound NFT, you got a puppy for free, right? And we'll get some of these pictures up on screen. I mean, I've been looking forward to this for a while, Maz. I mean, they're so cool.
With the cat's cool. The space one, the cat's really cool.
What
are they going for? What are they going for? What's floor on these?
So the floor right now on puppies is 0.38, which is actually lower than what I thought it would be. So I've been shopping around and looking, and who knows, maybe I'll be able to get one. I want to put up some stats here. These were some of the cooler traits that I found. Again, not financial advice, but some of the rarer traits, right? We got a ninja hat. We got a flight suit. I mean, there was one that looked like Buzz Lightyear that I really liked. There's a sausage in the mouth. There's Dogemation fur. Yeah, like look at that sweet hat. Right there. Love that one. Buzz Lightyear with a sausage in his mouth. You got the kitten hat, which we saw. I mean, that's 0.55%. You got the moon behind this one. I mean, that background's cool. The pacifier, like, yeah. The cat hat, I feel like is my favorite, Maz. I don't know. Do you have a favorite trait here?
Out of all the ones we just saw, I like the one, this one right here. Yeah, this one's really cool.
Awesome. Well, you know, Maz, you brought up a good point, right? You talked about the floor. So when we had the Doge Pound on the show, you know, the floor of this project was around 0.8 for the original Doge Pound. So the floor hit 2 on Tuesday, right, in anticipation of puppies. And then the current Doge Pound floor is back down to 1.05. So it has taken a dip. But I just wanted to share again, you know, not financial advice, but had you have bought a Doge Pound when they came on our show, you would have paid 0.8 ETH. And if you were to have both of those today and sell them, that's 1.43 ETH, or almost double what you paid. I mean, again, I think there's big value, right, in getting into some of these projects before airdrops. You're essentially getting a free NFT. I mean, sometimes you have to pay gas, right? Which is a whole nother conversation of how much gas is. But you're getting a free NFT that you can either hold or turn around and sell. I mean, I look back and I'm like, I wish I would have bought one that day at 0.8 because I could have made a profit on it.
Absolutely. Yeah, and with a lot of these projects, right, since we've been talking about it since we started the roadmap, they've done nothing but gone up, right? So even I think the thing is you want incentive to hold these pieces, right? So yeah, you could have made a profit with them. But for example, like the Doge Pound, I love what they're doing with the community. I love, the puppies, and I'm sure they have future airdrops coming on as well. So yeah, you can look at it two ways. You can come on, buy, make a quick profit, or hold them. So both are win-win situations uh in my eyes. So
Maz, I'm glad you said that. You said maybe they have more airdrops coming. If you're watching this show right now, I got news for you. We
oh,
actually have the Doge Pound coming back on the show next week. So we are going to be able to get some news out of them, right? They have a mobile app coming. They've got more stuff planned. I don't think this puppy launch was the last we're going to hear
oh
from the
no.
Doge Pound. So Maz, we're going to be able to ask them all those questions next week. So as always, stick around with the roadmap. We're going to bring you great interviews, ask the questions everyone wants to know. So that's it for the Doge Pound. Maz, what's the next item to talk about here?
Yes, so Robotos, which we had them on as well a couple episodes ago. Great team. Love Pablo, love everyone that came on. Great vibes. They're also releasing companions, but they're doing things a little bit differently, right? So the way they're doing it's not random. It will have traits from your current Robotos. So if you own rarer pieces, you're gonna get a rarer companion, which is pretty cool to see that. What do you think about that, Chris?
Yeah, I kind of love it, right? And we talked about this on Spaces yesterday. There's more incentive to go after certain traits or
Yeah.
rarity, right? You're rewarding the people who, might be spending the most money on your project. I do like some sort of randomness though, because then you can buy into these projects at the floor price and still have a chance. But ultimately, I like the way they're going about this because your pet, then your companion, is going to look like your original Roboto, right? I think that's a nice touch, and I think it could really bring value to this project. Maz, I've been watching this one. It looks like the floor is around 0.14, and companions are coming in October. So it's
Yes.
September 2nd today. We might have to go back and watch this episode in October because I have a feeling that floor price is going to go up. Again, not financial advice, but
Yeah.
I know I'm watching Robotos here. What do you think, Mass?
Yeah, I mean, it's a perfect catalyst to buy, right? So you buy now, you get the companion, you can do, yeah, you hodl it, or I'm sure it's going to most likely go up leading up to the event because people are going to want to get the companion and they're going to have some FOMO, and it's going to lead to increased demand and decreased supply. So it's going to be fun to watch.
Definitely. And who knows, maybe we'll have the Robotos team back on as well, to show off some of those companions. So definitely exciting news out there. The next big news we have to talk about, Maz, is Bored Ape Yacht Club, right? There is an auction that started today. Sotheby's,
Yes.
one of the largest auction houses out there. They're not auctioning just one Bored Ape, right? They have a lot. And in that lot, there is 101 Bored Apes, including 2 golds. So these golds are ranked number 21 and number 52 for rarity traits. There are only how many? I think the gold fur, only 46 with gold fur. The cheapest listed Bored Ape with solid gold fur is 888 Ethereum, or almost $2.9 million. This
Yeah.
lot also contains 3 M1 and 3 M2 mutant serums. So you have the chance, to get in on the Mutant Ape project too. Sotheby's, they list a price value of 12 to 18 million dollars for this auction. That's their guess on what's it going to go for. There's a current bid of 3.8 million dollars. I don't know, Maz. I'm thinking this goes higher
Oh
than
yeah.
the 18 million. My best guess, I did some math, and what I see is the 2 golds essentially being around $5 million, right? 2.5 million each. I think that's a low ball guess. And then 99 apes at a floor price is around $14.9 million. That'd be 19.9 million. And that's not including the mutant serums. So I don't know, Maz. What's your guess? I feel like 25 or more sticks out in my mind here.
Yeah, I believe so too. And I think, yeah, closer to the 25s, 30 range. And I think it's gonna be it's gonna break a record. And it's good if they sell it for higher because then it brings higher value to all the existing apes and to their current apes as well. So I definitely see this going much higher.
Yeah, and so this auction goes through the 9th, so we have a week. So we'll be able to talk about this next week. We'll be able to share the news, of how much it went for. When you do a lot, sometimes you get a cheaper price, right? If you buy more of something, it's almost like buying in bulk from the store. So sometimes maybe you can get it cheaper. So I don't know, will they end up being cheaper than the floor price? But the fact that there's those 2 golds and that serum, I just think that's the value of the lot alone, right? Is in those.
Yeah.
And then also there's the value, right? So part of owning an NFT is you own the rights to it, right? You can turn around and do whatever you want with it. I feel like part of me still thinks, I talked about CryptoPunks with UTA. I still kind of think like a media company or a big media billionaire, steps in and buys this and tries to turn around, the 101 apes into some sort of media property. I don't know, Maz. What do you think? Who do you see winning this? You think it's going to be anonymous, or you think this is going to end up being a big name?
Exactly. That's a great point. And you bringing that up, and I think that's exactly where they can head towards. I'm curious to see who's going to buy it, right? That's going to make all the difference. Anonymous account, yeah, maybe they're just going to hodl it. But if it's a media company or some, big, name, this can go many, many ways, right? They can create a bunch of different things with the apes. And man, it's exciting times to be in the NFT space.
Definitely. Well, shout out to the chat, Maz. We are getting some mad tips here.
Oh, yeah.
Have Cryptodads fans in the house. Talk about a big project and a big community. So, I'm glad that this one was actually on my list. We're going to talk about some drops to watch, and Cryptodads is on my list, Maz. I actually got into this Discord early. I am a member of the pre-mint team. I'm going to be able to mint 3 of these early. So let me tell you a little bit about Cryptodads here for those watching who don't know. This is a 10,000 NFT project launching September 10th, 5 p.m. Eastern time. So 8 days from now. Their Twitter has 11,600 followers. Discord, there's over 13,000 people in there. Huge, huge community. This is going to be 0.07 to mint, a max of 5 at mint, which I really like, right? Because then more people can get into this project. Their pre-sale is going to be 6,000 to early Discord members. 3 is the max you can get. And then 4,000 as part of that public sale. They're already selling merchandise, right? That's big, right? A lot of these projects say, hey, we're going to do merch once we hit 50% or we hit 100%. They've already got merch for sale. They're also giving away a Ford Raptor and a Rolex. So instead of airdropping NFTs, they got, big physical items coming. I mean, look at that. A Raptor, you can win if you have a Cryptodad. And also, Maz, we talked the roadmap, right? That's the name of our show. After this project sells out, assuming it does, which shouldn't be a problem with all these people in the chat, you are going to be able to mint a crypto mom for free.
Nice.
So they already have a new project coming right after sellout. And then also they've talked about crypto tots. There's going to be crypto babies coming down the road. And they also have a lawnmower racing game. I mean, you talk about a dad lawnmower racing game. I love this project. I love the community, right? That's what drew me into the Discord. We're telling dad jokes in there. People are talking about their favorite beers. I mean, you see the merch there, right? There was like a barbecue apron. You see the roadmap there. They got metaverse coming. Yeah, I mean, an apron. They got a koozie, right? A koozie already. And then they also have been designing. They got, a crypto dad who's got a Doge with him that they sent to Elon Musk, on Twitter. I mean, I love this community. I love this project. I like the artwork. I'm a dad. I'm a fan. What do you think, Maz? I mean, this community looks really involved here in our chat too.
Yeah, well, first of all, there's some big dad energy in this chat, which I love it. Shout out to all the dads in here. I love this project. I also got in on the pre-sale, and I've been in the Discord since the first couple of days. What I do love that they're doing that's a little different is, I've sent this to a lot of friends who are new to the NFT world, and they are, in their Discord, they're posting links to, on helping them, how to mint through the contract, what to look for, how to avoid gas wars. They're educating the community as well, which I think is really cool. And interesting to see that. We need more of that. So shout out to Cryptodads for doing that.
Yeah, that's a great point, Maz. They have a whole NFT toolbox, right, in the Discord. There is a lot of confusion out there, a lot of questions, right? How do I mint an NFT? How do I set up a MetaMask? What does gas mean, right? Again,
exactly.
I'm pretty new to the NFT game, but I also know a lot of these terms from doing mints and, buying and selling. But a lot of people don't. And I really feel like Cryptodads is trying to bridge that gap, right? They're bringing in new people to the community. And like you said, they're helping them. I mean, we said it, right, Maz? The things you look for in an NFT, right? You want to find one that's got a big following. You want to find one that's got a huge community, right? They're a supportive community. They're going to keep the project going. You want to find one with a good roadmap, right? So, are they going to do more airdrops? Are they giving something away? I think all three of those get checked on the list here for Cryptodads. So I'm very excited about this project.
Same here. And one thing I want to mention is one thing I'm starting to look for in projects is unique holders, right? We don't want, the supply to be held by majority of whales. We want the community to have these pieces, and seeing that they're only going to limit the mint to max of 5 and how big the community is in the Discord already, it makes me really bullish about this project. And, I can't wait to have my dad's shoes, my grill, my lawnmower, and own these pieces when they drop. So I'm excited for that.
Yeah, I mean, it's just awesome. And, again, shout out to the chat, guys. All the comments we have here, and also to those tips. I don't remember who left the tips, but I got to say, big thank you to you. The show is relatively new. We're going to be able to use that money, hopefully, for some more NFT giveaways. So thank you for supporting the community. And we're going to reach out to the Cryptodads team. Maz, I would love to get them on, because what a strong community. So if you're here in the chat and you are part of the team or part of the Discord mod team, let us know. Reach out to Benzinga. Let's get the founders on the show so we can hear all about it. Maz, I hate to turn away from Cryptodads, right? Because there's so much energy in this room right now, but we do have a couple other projects to talk about. So what is the next project drop that me and you are both watching here?
Yes, absolutely. So hopefully we do get the Cryptodads on. I'm excited for that. There's another project that I did sign up for pre-sale, Ethereans, right? So Ethereans, they are 2,000 Ethereans, the first 1,000 users or so are able to mint. The public sale will be on September 3rd at 10 a.m. Pacific time. The reveal of Ethereans will be on Monday. So there will be a special announcement after the public sale. So stay tuned. I know you and me both have signed up to the pre-sale. Talk to us a little bit more about, how do you feel about these pieces?
I like them. I like the artwork. They're trying to build a game with it, right? And that's one area where I definitely see, NFTs growing, right? We saw that with Axie Infinity. We've seen that with Zed Run. We're seeing that with some of these other projects, focused on a metaverse and having a game. To me, I really like that they rewarded people in the Discord, right? You and I were both able to get in the Discord, and we were able to get, pre-sale passes. So I'm able to mint 2 of these up to an hour before the public sale. And Maz, I love that, right? We talk about gas being high, right?
Oh, man.
I'm going to be able to mint these, late at night or early in the morning when gas hopefully isn't crazy, get my 2. And then the big question is, do I turn around and hold those, or do I sell those? The floor right now is, I think, like 0.15, 0.16, and you're minting them for 0.07, I think. So you're already, a decent return there. And that's part of the reason why it pays to get into some of these Discords early. So again, if you're not following Maz or I on Twitter, make sure that you do. Both on screen there. I'm going to start sharing some of these Discord links on my Twitter to help people and get them into these projects early.
Exactly. And I do love what, new projects are starting to do as far as building the community, pre-sale, helping people, the most loyal people avoid gas wars. because gas can be an issue, absolutely, especially when trying to pick up pieces, at 0.07, 0.05. You're paying almost, double, sometimes even more for gas. And it kind of gives you a salty feeling. So I love that they're doing that. I love that more projects are doing that. But yeah, definitely we'll be minting Ethereans, and I can't wait to have these pieces as well.
Definitely. And then the last project I wanted to bring up for the ones that I'm watching is there is a new Doge NFT. So I know what you're thinking. We've already had Doge NFTs launch, right? We had Slumdoge. We got our Slumboginis. We had the Doge Pound. Well, now we have Doge X. So Doge X is coming from Matt Wallace. There you go. Look at that, right? Space Doge. So Matt Wallace, if you don't know, is one of the biggest social media influencers in the Dogecoin community. He's got a huge YouTube channel. This is his project. So they're minting on September 7th, 0.08 plus gas. For me, I think part of the reason why the Doge Pound was so successful was they got some big names in Dogecoin to buy in or market and promote it. So part of me thinks Doge X is going to be successful with Matt Wallace involved, and hundreds of thousands of people watching his YouTube and Twitter. It kind of makes me want to get into this Doge project early. What do you think, Mas?
That's a great point. I saw it. Do they have a Discord yet? I'm not too sure. I just saw the headline. I haven't really followed up with them.
They do. They have a Discord, and I actually think it's pretty small. I think it's like 2,200 people. So I will send you that link, Maz. Again, they're actually minting in a couple, or on the 7th, and they just started the Discord. That's the only thing I'm a little concerned about is, they're going to launch this in about a week from announcement. But, again, a big name. I'm not worried about it really being a rug, because I feel like Matt Wallace would have too much to lose, right? Right?
Yeah.
If project is not successful, he's going to hear about it. That's the other thing. So I think he's, not to use the word pump, but I think he's going to be doing what he can to bring value to this project to keep his community growing.
Absolutely. Yeah, and it's interesting just seeing so many projects launching every day now, right? So what's going to stand out to us? What's going to make us, want to mint these pieces? Because there's 20 plus drops a day now. So again, seeing little things like this and here and there catch your attention, joining the Discords, I think that matters more so now than ever before. So yeah, we'll keep an eye on that for sure.
Definitely. Well, Maz, those were 3 projects that caught, my eye, your eye. I don't know if there's any more that, you want to talk about. Otherwise, I did see one in the chat here, Crypto Cannabis Club. So that was actually one that I talked about. I don't know if maybe Alyssa can pull that up. That was one that I looked at. You got these guys, and I think they're dropping plants as a airdrop, right? So marijuana plants. So I don't know a ton about this project. So Jeff, reach out, let us know. I'd love to hear more about Crypto Cannabis. It's definitely one that I saw when they were going to mint, but didn't get into. But I do like the fact that they're doing an airdrop with those plants. So shout out, Jeff.
Yeah, shout out, Jeff. So they minted already, and they're just giving an airdrop of plants, correct? Okay, got it.
Definitely. I don't know if oh yeah, there we go. I don't know if there's anything else. I mean, look at those plants. Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
And to the right there's a picture of one of the guys as well. So yeah, I mean, there's your basic guy. I saw some with, some other stuff as well. But, I like it. And again, like you said, they're doing an airdrop. I like that. Again, we're the roadmap. I love seeing these projects do, further value to the project, going forward. So
is that Post Malone? That's
Post Malone. I feel like that's probably a little Photoshop work, but shout out to whoever did that. That's a big one there. But yeah, I mean, it just looks like kind of a cool project. So it's one that's on my radar. And since Jeff brought it up, maybe I need to look further into that one.
Absolutely. Yeah, there's just so many projects out there that, I'm looking 24/7 for new projects all the time. So if you guys know any projects, follow Chris and I and let us know. We're always looking, and seeing what the next project is or what the big projects everyone's talking about is.
Yeah, now I'm seeing what's next in the chat. I saw, yeah, Bullsium. So we got a tip here, Bullsium. So I just went to the OpenSea. It looks like 5,000 bulls. It looks like they already minted, and it looks like they have been revealed as well. Looks like we've got a floor of about
0.15.
looks like, yeah, 0.15. So interesting. I don't know anything about this project, Maz. Did you know about this project?
No idea, but I like the bulls. They look cool. Yeah.
Yeah, I like the artwork. I mean, especially those ones at top, right? But this is one we'll have to check out, right? So for everyone in the chat, tell us, why are you excited about Bullsium? What's part of their roadmap, right? Are we going to get some airdrops? Are we going to get, value, or do you just like the artwork and the launch here? And yeah, let us know if there's any other projects we should be checking out, and feel free to follow Maz and I both on Twitter, and you can let us know there as well. Anything else catch your eye here, Maz?
Not in particular, but I would love to hopefully in the future do a live mint, right? Where we're minting something live, maybe from recommendations people give us on Twitter. Me and you just come on and help maybe mint some pieces, or take an approach to the real life stream, gas wars, things like that would be pretty cool to see. So let us know any recommendations down below in the comments or on Twitter.
Yeah, definitely. Great call out there, Maz. Yeah, I'd love to do a live mint. We could, especially if it was going to be an instant reveal, we could see our artwork. Otherwise, we could do a mint, and then we could do a stream when the reveal is happening.
Yeah,
I think that's always cool, right? To see what you got, right? I mean, that's part of almost like being a kid again, right? And buying, a pack of cards or a blind box, right? Where you're buying something and you have the chance to get something rare, and you want to see what's inside. So that's part of the fun of minting a project for me, Maz, is, the possibility of, just hitting a home run.
Exactly. Yeah, and it brings out, that adrenaline rush, the minting. I think me and you, the first episode we did was the Vogue, where we were trying to mint live, and that was super crazy. They postponed it. Yeah, so it's fun. I'm sure people would love that. But let us know down below in the comments or on Twitter what you want to see as far as minting or any projects that catch your attention.
Yeah, and Maz, it looks like a lot of the comments, they want to hear about Cryptodads again, right? So maybe we should circle back, look at Cryptodads. I mean, the fact that the community is all in here, that they're telling us all about this project, I love it. I also like that they're doing the pre-sale to help avoid, gas wars. So for me, I can mint 3 of these, right? Because I got in early. And then the question is, do I hold all 3? I mean, the fact that you're going to get crypto moms right away and crypto tots down the road, I feel like I'm going to be a holder here. I mean, Maz, what do you think? I feel like they're creating huge value right away on this project.
Absolutely. And Cryptodads, I just commented on the Discord what is going on. I love this project. Yeah, it looks cool. So it's fun to see these pieces. Yeah, look at that. That's really cool. The Doge, little Doge there. I love what they're doing with the crypto moms and the crypto tots. I think that's a great way to build a crypto family, and just, what's going to catch your attention. I always like to circle back with friends that aren't into the NFT world. And sometimes I send them pictures of these projects, and I like to see what catches their eyes. I sent this to my cousin the other day, and he loved it. He absolutely loved it. He wanted to know how to mint, and he's not even into NFTs. And I think that's really special. So I'm excited.
Yeah, I mean, I just dropped this in the Discord as well. I mean, I love it, right? Huge project. Loyal fans, again, shout out to everyone who's here from Cryptodads. We try to talk about, I mean, I love that one right there. I mean, if Elon Musk doesn't want that, I will take that NFT off your hands. I would love to hold that one. My kids would love that, right? That little Doge there. So what a cool project. And I have a feeling we're going to be talking about this one a lot in the future, Maz.
Exactly. Yep. So hopefully we get the founders on, or someone from the team. That's going to be a cool episode as the drop approaches, which will be when again? September 7th, correct?
Yep, September 7th. And again, there is the early drop, or September 10th is the public sale. I believe the pre-sale is September 7th on that. So again, 10,000, 6,000 are being sold early to Discord members with a max of 3. and then the rest will be sold with a max of 5 per transaction, 0.07 to mint. And we said, right, a Twitter following of over 11,000, a Discord of over 13,000, and probably growing, especially after this episode. And, you know, they're giving away a Ford Raptor, they're giving away a Rolex, and crypto moms and crypto tots coming. I mean, Maz, a ton of the projects I've gotten into have been based on Catalyst and based on airdrops. That's one of the things I look forward to. I mean, I'm a stock investor at heart. I invest based on the future, right? And based on a catalyst, or, you know, you acquired a company or you had news out. Tell me why I should own your project, your stock. So for these projects to have an airdrop or a mint coming, you know, right away, I'm really looking forward to that.
And that is a great point, Chris. I was actually going to ask you that. You know, we've been in the space now for about a month or so. Things have changed in the NFT world. I was going to ask you, what do you look for when you hold, you know, when you buy and hold an NFT, you know?
Yeah, great question. You know, so the reason I hold one, right, is typically because of a future event, right? I either see value going up, or most likely it's because, you know, there's going to be a fusion or a mint or breeding or some type of event happening in the future. You know, I talked before about having Arabian camels, right? Because you could make a baby camel, which my baby camel still hasn't been revealed. So we'll do that hopefully on a future episode. But I like having a future event. That's why I like holding them, especially with these PFPs, right?
Mm-hmm.
I know you've talked before about, you know, some of the bigger projects like an Art Blocks, right? If I was buying an Art Blocks or a Bored Ape or something like that, I'm buying that to hold because I think the value is just going to go up a ton. But with these projects, you know, I want an event. I want some sort of thing to look forward to, almost a reward for minting, right? And I know that might sound a little selfish, but ultimately that's what gets me excited about these projects.
Yeah, and that's interesting to hear from you coming from a stock background, that's what you look for. You know, I've seen people talk about they like the art, so they hold it, or they want to be members of the community, networking. So it's interesting to see all kinds of worlds come together and, you know, buy and hold or buy and sell NFTs.
Yeah, and like I said, I mean, that Discord, I mean, Maz, you're in there too. That Cryptodads Discord is so much fun, right? Telling dad jokes, talking about, you know, everything else. So I love that. And it looks like there is a female artist too. I mean, that artwork, it's very cool, right? It almost looks like an animated show you'd see on like Fox, right?
Yeah.
Very cartoon stylish. I love it. You know, there's just so much to like about this project again, you know, and you just said it, community, right? If I can own one of these and be a member of the Discord for a long time, that's worth the mint price alone, right? To be able to, you know, talk to my fellow crypto dads. So a lot to like about this project.
Absolutely. I'm excited. Shout out again to all the big dad energy in here. We are excited for the future of this drop. And yeah, I'll see you guys on the Discord.
Awesome. Well, Maz, I mean, we had a ton to talk about, right? We also had Young Investor on. We got to hear about Secret Society of Whales. We got to hear about, you know, him making the decision to sell his whale that had a 1 in 5 chance of winning a Bored Ape. It ultimately ended up winning the Bored Ape, right? And shout out to him for not just, you know, being mad or shying away from NFTs, right? He took a calculated risk. He made a profit on his transaction, and he's got money to put into other NFTs. So shout out Young Investor coming on and explaining that whole story for us. I love his energy. I love his research. Maz, as I said before, we got the Doge Pound coming up next Tuesday, September 7th. That'll be our next show. So September 7th, 2 p.m. Eastern time, we're going to hear all about those puppies and what they have planned next. I'm super excited and, you know, looking forward to everyone joining us on the roadmap.
Absolutely, yeah. And if you want to watch the first interview, make sure to search on Benzinga, the Doge Pound. It was a great first interview that we did, so it's going to be great to follow up with them, you know, about things we talked about in the first episode. So I'm excited for that. Make sure you guys like and subscribe, and I hope to see all you guys there as well on Tuesday.
Definitely, and I'll throw up everyone's Twitter handles here again. So remember, you can follow me, you can follow Maz, and then we also have a dedicated Twitter handle for the roadmap. So hopefully in the future, we'll be using that to do some giveaways and do some Twitter spaces. But again, make sure you follow Benzinga on Twitter. We don't have a show for 5 days. I have a feeling, Maz, that between now and then, we might just pop up on a Twitter Spaces. So if you want to hang out with us, let us know. Hit us up on Twitter. We'd be more than happy to have some speakers join us. But I think that's going to do it for today's show. And again, thank you to the Cryptodads team for showing up in the chat. And thank you for those tips. Much appreciated. And we're looking forward to that project.
Absolutely. See you all on Tuesday. I cannot wait. And hopefully we have some Twitter Spaces in between then.
Awesome. Bye, everyone. Thanks for watching the roadmap. Make sure you hit that like and subscribe on your way out, and stay tuned for more Benzinga coverage coming up next.